Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. I haven't been on here in a minute, but let me jump right into this real quick, man. Because what I want to do is I want to time in on the situation with Pistol Pete, talking about the situation that transpired in Cassacky Yard with Brandon Holmes. I was there for that, you know what I'm saying? I just want to back up Brandon's story. I was there for that, you know what I'm saying? And the story along the lines of the truth is more towards what Brandon is saying. You know, Pistol's capping a little bit in there, you know what I'm saying? But let me just let it be known how everything transpired, you know what I'm saying, in the way that I seen it unfold, you know what I'm saying? At the time, you know, it was a little racial riots going on in different jails, Green, Elmira, things like that. At the time that Brandon fell into Cassacky, you know, he let us know what previously took place in other jails, whatever, you know what I'm saying, with him. And so a couple of dudes that was involved in it, Spanish dudes, they fell into the jail. And our whole thing was, as soon as they come in the jail, as soon as they step foot in the yard, we was on them, getting them up out of there. Because if you didn't, you gave them a little minute, they would go over to these, you know what I'm saying, Latin brothers, whatever, they would embrace them, they would hold them down. So we was, before they even got to know the dude, we was on them, getting them up out of there, you know what I'm saying? Brandon know how it was going down, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. But when this dude came, you know, the dude that actually touched Brandon, whatever, you know what I'm saying, moved on him, Brandon had a discussion with him, and he was like, yo, the dude don't want it. So Brandon let him live, you know what I'm saying? They already did him dirty in another jail. He didn't really want it, so Brandon let him live, you know what I'm saying? Which he shouldn't have. Pistol and them dudes gassed him up. He moved on Brandon that day. But Brandon, remember, when he got touched, I was walking in the yard with another dude. Brandon came over to me, let me know, yo, nigga moved on me. I took the jacket off, gave it to him. He wiped the blood, threw the jacket on. Me and him was walking over there. He threw his hands in his pants to get his thing out. That's when the police moved on him, took him up out of there. Like Brandon said, the next wreck, G got busy with his man, almost killed son, got him up out of there. If I'm not mistaken, I think the helicopter lifted him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad he got done dirty. The Pistol moved on G, yes he did. He scratched him a little something. He went to the box himself. So when the riot took place the next day, Pistol wasn't even in population no more. So all that about the flag, all that about him telling dudes to lock in. Let me tell you something, man. You had some stand-up dudes back then, you know what I'm saying? And dudes was not gonna lock in. And I know they didn't want to name drop, but let me name drop just to let you. This is just to shed some light on how official dudes was. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I'm just gonna name drop on a couple of dudes that was present, but they no longer with us today. Boxing Shaw, God bless the dead. Stephon, God bless the dead. Ron K, God bless the dead. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Patty Hearst was there as well. So you had some dudes that, you know what I'm saying, some stand-up dudes that was in the jail at that time. And believe me, man, dudes wasn't going to tell these niggas to stay locked in. Nah, that wasn't going to happen. They wasn't going to do it. And you had dudes to the point where when something like that jumped off, dudes was going to get busy, man. You know, dudes was getting busy. And this was before you had the Bloods. This was before the Yetas, before Latin Kings was even up there, you know what I'm saying? You know, dudes was on it like that, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just wanted to get on here and back up, you know what I'm saying, Brandon's story, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it need to be told the right way, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm not taking nothing away from Pistol, you know what I'm saying? Me and him had a little situation on the island. We squashed it in Elmira, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yo, was none of that happen with the Conrads like that, you know what I'm saying? Without it being no repercussions. It wasn't happening. Dudes was not bowing down to nothing. So with that being said, you know, stay leveled up. Don't let no one dumb you down. And I'm out.